Breaking news from Southeast Houston, where fire investigators are working to find out what started a massive fire at a refinery this morning. We have been following this story since mid-morning.
Yeah, we have team coverage from the plant to the surrounding neighborhoods that were told to shelter in place. But we begin with Channel 2's Joel Eisenbaum from near the Lyondell-Basell plant. Joel.
Keith, nobody hurt or killed in this morning's fire. Good news there. Should be noted that the primary agency investigating this morning's fire is Lyondell's own fire department. They have not told us at this point what the exact cause is, and to be fair, it's only 6 hours removed from when it started. But this place really got cooking.
Man.
For a few minutes Friday morning, it appeared to be the big one, the kind of refinery fire you fear.
And you saw the heavy cloud of smoke. I mean, it went all the way down to, I think, to the Galleria area.
For almost an hour, the Lyondell-Basell refinery in southeast Houston spewed some of the thickest, blackest smoke you've ever seen. The uncontrolled fire started in a coker unit, Lyondell now says, and was first reported just after 10 a.m. Within minutes, commuters, workers, residents for miles could see the trouble, but weren't sure what to make of it. Some weren't even aware of the shelter-in-place order.
I stayed tuned to Channel 2 to find out what they were finding out, because apparently they were getting information better than what we are supposed to be getting from the care line.
Like many large refineries, Lyondell-Basell has their own fire department. Other plants' fire departments, Houston Fire, including their hazmat crews, and Pasadena Fire, they all responded. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 80 firefighters rushed to the sprawling facility near 225 and Allen Genoa. They poured tens of thousands of gallons of water on the burning heavy fuel, a byproduct of refining. By noon, it was out. By 12:01, we were wondering why so many people felt left in the dark about what had happened.
There were no warnings, there were no alarms, nobody was answering the care line. This is what we're talking about when we ask for heavier regulation.
That's at least one person's point of view. Now, coming up at 6, the emergency notification system that the industry put in place to make sure the community is aware of what's going on when there is a big emergency simply did not work as it's supposed to today. Our investigation at 6. We're live in Southeast Houston. I'm Joel Eisenbaum, KPRC Channel 2 News.
Joel, thank you. You heard in Joel's report all of this thick black smoke, at least from that one woman and others Joel spoke to, a big concern for people nearby. In fact, several neighborhoods were under a shelter-in-place warning during that fire, as we mentioned. Channel 2's Jonathan Martinez has been in those neighborhoods all day. He is joining us with people's reactions. Jonathan.
Sarah, certainly some scary moments for those living nearby and working in the area, at least for a couple of hours this morning. In fact, we caught up with one such guy who was working not too far away from this massive plant fire, and he captured that fire all on his cell phone.
That's what it looked like to me from my vantage point.
Rene Salazar was working only a couple of 100 yards away when he saw the massive plant fire and pulled out his cell phone.
We turned around and we seen the plume of black smoke coming up, and we started to evacuate everybody on that side of the dock.
He captured this incredible video. As flames poured out of the Lyondell-Basell plant fire, the smoke that came with it could be seen for miles, especially for those living nearby.
There was a lot of smoke coming due to the winds, and I definitely pulled in my animals and closed my windows.
A shelter in place was put into effect for the surrounding areas, including 3 schools, as fire crews worked to put out the flames and determine if there was a hazard.
We have our schools right here. My daughters go to the school right here, right across the street, so that's something else to worry about.
A few hours after the fire started, it was finally contained, and when the smoke cleared, nearby residents breathing a sigh of relief. They admit they know the dangers of living nearby a chemical plant, but also say it doesn't make it any easier when it happens.
It's something to worry about. I mean, you don't know if, what part of the plant's going to blow up and how far.
To see the flames that high was, like I said, a little overwhelming, because, wasn't expecting to see that.
And residents tell us they are just glad the all clear has been given and that there were no reports of any injuries. We'll have much more with their concerns coming up tonight at 5 o'clock. For now, we are reporting live. I'm Jonathan Martinez, KPRC Channel 2 News.
Thanks, Jonathan. People saw this from all over the place. You've been tagging your photos on social media, and we're taking a look at some of those now.
Yeah, take a look at your screen. Blanca sent this one in that she took from 610. She says that she could even smell the smoke.
And Rivera posted this photo on Facebook. Lots of smoke. You can see that from different vantage points all over the Houston area.
And Blake posted this shot. We want to thank all of you who tagged us or sent in photos. And remember, our hashtag is KPRC2. And be sure to follow us on Facebook as well.
Here's some background on the LyondellBasell plant. It is one of the largest refineries in the country, designed to process high-sulfur crude oil. More than 1,300 employees and contractors work on this site. The facility, it's big. It's spread out over 700 acres along the ship channel. We've put much more information on clicktohouston.com, including a slideshow.